We're here today in the kitchen, and we wanted to talk about the floor that got installed earlier in the year. Strictly a do-it-yourself job, and we have all the items here. I can show you the floor boards, what an individual board looks like. We can show you the quarter round that goes around the perimeter, and we can show you the box that the flooring comes in. 7 pieces per box. Comes in different kind of ideas. This is what they call, I think it's some kind of oak. There's 2 different kinds of oak. And if you do start installing these floors, try to understand that within these boxes, some of the patterns are recurring. So you might want, if you notice them, you might want to mix them up a little bit using the different boxes. And let me see, this is really nicely engineered, German engineered, and I think it's a doable do-it-yourself job. Now, before we get to talking and showing you a few other things about the floor, I wanted to show you an item that, for cleaning this floor, this is a cordless vacuum. It has different attachments. This is the attachment that's used the most. It shows, you pick up dirt here and it has a filter, one filter that pops out, and there's other ones in here as well. It's pretty light, it's pretty easy, and it's pretty fast. So, and then it has a trigger on here, so you don't have to hold it. It'll hold it for you. So I'm just going to see how we clean up the floor here a little. If you're the type of person that doesn't like vacuuming, this is what you want. You'll save yourself $300 or $400 by buying this particular one over the name brand. Works just as well. It holds the charge really well. And the way it's situated here in this house is this part just gets hung up into the charging port, so it's easy to take off and put back on, as well as this. And it shows that just this little bit that we did now, it shows you kind of what we picked up. So there's that. We use this a lot, and I really recommend it. And, so here, these boards, if you see a cutaway view of this, you can see that there's a groove here. And the idea behind these boards is that they snap into each other, and of course you vary your seams. So, and they have a 24-hour guarantee if they're installed right. In places here where I've got the seams nice and tight, it's not, it was real life, again, tapping me on the shoulder part ways and various times in this job where I couldn't get those seams tight. One of the things is that if you're in a part of the country where you have different seasons, a floor like this, if it's installed too tightly, might buckle in a different time of the year. So you want to give it a little bit of edge room there on the sides and the ends. And speaking about that, it comes also as a separate item. You can buy for example, your threshold pieces, and it comes with the items that you need for the thresholds, the screws for affixing it to the floor, and these plastic inserts. So, and they're really nice, and they can match up with the I think there's 6 or 7 different kinds of options you have in getting a floor that you like. It doesn't have to be oak colored. It could be more blonde colored or more darker colored, whatever you want. And then this extra things here I recommend, because even though I didn't do a perfect job on these thresholds, they're serving their purpose and they're in there pretty good. And also, if you're cutting these boards takes time, and if you're, depending upon how meticulous you are and how accurate you are with cutting your boards, if you may not need a full piece of quarter round like this, but the point is I do, because my boards are not all even on either sides, and the quarter round will cover that up. And I have a miter box on order. It's just a simple miter box that if you put in a piece of this, you can cut a 45-degree angle so that they fit in the corners. And let's see. So I feel that this is a job that, for somebody of perhaps limited mechanical ability, it's doable. And so that's it about that. Oh, also, the most important idea, you can save yourself a ton of money if you do this rather than have a professional come in. And like some things, if you're like me, your first time might not be the best, but as you go along, you'll learn as you go. And one of the things about this is the instructions and people that have done this before kind of stress that you keep your first row. Say in this room it would start over in that corner and it would work its way this way, and then you'd come out like reading a page on a book and go down to the next and down to the next and over. You keep going over. If you can keep that first row nice and even, and then the rest of that follows, it'll save you some problems down the line. And it's a beautiful floor. It's superbly engineered, and it's got a little flex to it. So that was an earlier project, and there's no law that says you have to do it all at once. You could get it started in some of your free time and then pick it up the next when you're ready again. So I notice things that aren't perfect about it, but nobody else seems to know. It's like that with anything, I suppose. The guy doing it knows it. So we're good on this. Suscríbete y comenta. Otra vez, suscríbete y comenta. So, hope this helps.